last Tuesday, I was at Bay Township Planning Commission meeting, and one of the agencies that was in here that threatened not to work with Hayes Township anymore because of what they'd been told, was over there trying to get Bay Township to adopt language from our ordinance. From our shoreland, using the same language we have in ours, using the same caveat that we have in our ordinance. It's not that. Our planning commission isn't planning on changing that shoreland review. They're only trying to make it so that we can cooperate with property owners better than what's happened in the past, because there's been no enforcement. So these agencies turn around and they come back and they say, we want to work with you, but what we want to work with is to see if we can provide you some help with enforcement, to see if we can get other agencies involved that have an adverse effect on here. This is what I'm hearing when I talk to these people. Like Eagle. Eagle is one, they approve seawalls constantly, but they make no provision for the destruction of the shoreland protection strip, which is our responsibility when they approve those. None whatsoever. DNR gives out grants constantly for boat launches and bike trails and fishing piers with no responsibility to come back in. There's one up there. I mean, you'll see it. You'll see our park. You'll see our park down there with 700 feet of natural vegetation completely destroyed and replaced with concrete and asphalt with no shoreland protection, none whatsoever. In fact, even with seawalls on it. That's what we're trying to protect. That's what we're trying to do here. And we're going to continue to do that, no matter what. And whenever we, make change, whenever there's a change of some kind, sure, there's going to be criticism. But it'd be nice once in a while to have constructive criticism instead of destructive criticism, because there's not a member on this board, planning commission, zoning board of appeals that wants to see anything but improvement on our lake. And it's just really interesting to go back through these records of people, some people that are sitting right in this room, and see what permits have been taken out, to see what they've done, see if they've abided by the permits. And they think we need enforcement. They think we need enforcement, not language. We have the language. We have the best. The investigative reporter that was here said, I went to the state of Michigan to see which communities had the best shoreland protection strip. And guess where Hayes Township is? At the top. We're at the top. That's stuff that our current planning commission worked on to make sure that it was there. And that's where we belong, at the top. But we need help with enforcement is what we need.
Okay.
We went through and we took pictures of every property along the shoreline in 2009. We went back in 2015 and had 87 shoreline violations. 87. How do you deal with that as a community? How do you fight that? How do you have enough money to try to take each one of those, to try to convince, maybe through legal action, each one of those residents to do right? No, it's better to work with them. It's better to go to their property and say, okay, we want to involve our shoreland review committee. We want to involve tip of the net. We want to involve the conservancy. Whatever we have to do to try to make it better than it was. Not worse, better. There's not a person on our planning commission that wants to destroy our shoreline. And there's not. I saw that, Deb. Your property has grass right to the water.
Well, it never used to before,
It's right.
used to before the high water came in and took everything away,
Your house isn't
destroyed
even
it.
built according to what the zoning permit authorized you to do. Yeah, don't even start. It's right in this room. Don't even start. Our planning commission would never do any of these things. They'd never approve any of these things, ever. And that's all I have for zoning for supervisor report. All right, we're gonna move on. All right, item number 9, MTA electronic meetings